So are you wondering what the heck AI is going to do for you in hotel sales? Not sure if it's going to relate to you or not. Spoiler alert, it absolutely does. Things are going to completely change. So WTF are trust signals in hotel sales anyways. And here to break it all down, I have my partner in crime, Susan Tucker. And we're going to talk about these trust signals. So welcome to the InnSync Show, Susan.
Thank you for having me. I think this is only like the third time I've been on the show. It's exciting.
I know, right? And I can't think of anybody better to talk about this extremely important topic because we've been riding on the edge of this whole notion of AI, and we're excited to dive in. So first and foremost, let's talk about the why. Why is it no longer just enough to show the product, i.e. empty ballrooms, nice views, just showing what you're going to sell in today's group buyer anyways, Susan?
It's a great question because buyers are different these days, right? They don't want to see what a space looks like because every ballroom honestly looks about the same, right?
Yep.
It's a room, it's nice, it's got a chandelier, they can decorate the tables however. But what they want is to understand what kind of experience their group is going to have. An empty ballroom really doesn't tell a story. People are searching online with a purpose. They want to see themselves in the space. If we show only a product, then we're not really helping them feel confident or connected. And that's why trust through proof and past successes, it really matters more than ever.
Well, a lot of people in hotel sales would say we get a lot of our inbound leads through Cvent, these platforms, and there's a shift coming. Can you tell me why maybe things like that are going to change? And maybe that's not necessarily going to be the case. And we're finding out now, even Cvent's own data numbers says 63% of people that are planning meetings aren't even using RFPs anyways. So couple that with what's coming with AI. Why is that important?
So with AI and agentic search, trust signals are one of the most important components of how you're going to get found in an AI search, right? Mm-hmm. There's non-professional meeting planners that are researching for space. They're not even going through any of those other platforms that they don't necessarily know about. It's like the boss is go find me a place. And you know what? ChatGPT is delivering faster than Google is. And it's like, where can I host my event for 300 people? And my boss is telling me to do, you want to be found. And a trust signal is going to be one of those calls that ChatGPT will pull from in order to show the results to the chat.
Now, just like you and me, Gen X are here with maybe a little bit more patience than say my daughters who are not Gen Xers, but no one wants to wait, right?
Nope.
So somebody that's a planner, administrative assistant, executive assistant, CEO, tasking this person of finding a meeting venue, they want answers. They want to go back with what they've been asked for in a timely fashion. They don't want to have to wait on things. And in very short order, especially in other areas, we don't have to wait at all. In fact, we can get pricing. We can get a lot of the information. That trend is not going to stop at hospitality. It's coming. And those that go all in are unable to build out resources and content that's going to deliver on demand answers to the questions these people are asking. Don't you think that's going to help with sales?
It's absolutely going to help with sales. And I think that we've talked about this before too. It's going to help with the hotel sales team as well.
Yes.
Because it's going to be able to filter out all the busy work and just get the people they've done their research. It's kind of like when you go buy a car these days. I don't need the salesperson to try to sell me the car. I know what I want because I did all this research online, and ChatGPT is giving the option to find it faster and more efficiently, but the hotels need to be prepared for it by having the knowledge base or the learning center, the trust signals on their websites.
Wonderful. And that's a great segue into that next question is the how. So how can hotel sellers really set themselves up for success and begin to move into what you had mentioned from a product-centric process to a people-centric process? And those trust signals, what can sellers do to get ahead of this, by the way?
There's going to be a lot of different things that they're going to be able to do. But for today, what we're talking about today is building the trust signals, which is one arm of a larger puzzle that are one piece of the puzzle. They can start capturing testimonials from clients, planners, corporate teams, wedding organizers, getting video content, getting text content, getting photo content. Don't just show the ballroom. Show somebody that has had an amazing experience there, maybe standing in the ballroom after the event and be like, oh, I had such a great time. You see the ballroom in the back. So when other people are talking about the location and their experience with the team, that's one kind of trust signal that you can start building up. Also, social proof and reviews online. This is one thing we've been working with our clients a lot about, is just reviews are huge, and they're huge in hospitality. In general, I don't book a hotel or an Airbnb without looking at the reviews. Why aren't sales teams using that too? So capturing the reviews is absolutely key. I think that's one thing that they can do.
Yeah. I know there's a lot more, but
there is a lot more. I think reviews is a one key element that they can start doing today.
You know what I found very ironic is that we're very conscious of what's going on in technology, but we're very sensitive of blending tech and humanity. But the most dramatic thing that I've learned just recently is the more I learn about AI and this whole agentic search, the more it's asking of more of humanity, more human element, and less of fakery and artificial. And I've learned also that AI is so sophisticated, it can tell if it's fake. It can look for watermarks and these fake avatars. And unless you're purely noting and you're labeling things that are not necessarily supposed to be what you're trying to push, it's going to flag you. And making recommendations based on the human element of delivering on services and delivering on trust, and less about the bricks and mortar, which is the old way of doing things. Don't you find that I find that mind-blowing to me.
It's pretty amazing because considering AI produces a lot of content, and but they're looking for the realness of it. Yeah, no,
absolutely. So let's talk about what are the trust building content tools to help shift the conversation from that product centric to a people centric, helping others mindset.
In addition to obviously building out the testimonials, case studies, event snapshots have been game changers. Instead of saying we have 5,000 square feet of space, you could say, here's how we helped a nonprofit host a 3-day leadership event with retreat with breakout rooms, custom menus, and team building events. You create a story that's baked within the content that you're creating. And just to build the trust that way. So the content and the tools that you have available, obviously the pricing helps because you want to be transparent. If you can have transparent pricing on the website, that's going to build some trust right there, because people don't want to feel like they're getting strong-armed in anything, or this one person's getting one price, but we're getting another price because of the circumstances. To build trust and transparency, you have to include the price in there as well.
I agree. And in an industry it might be hard for them to comprehend that. But I think we'd all agree. Isn't that one of the most immediate things we go to look for right out of the gate?
Out of the gate. And Marcus Sheridan says there's always 2 questions about price. Give me a price range up front, and then when they're ready to close, all right, so how much is this going to actually cost? You can just do a price range to get the conversation going.
Absolutely. And what happens when you go to a website or you do a little research, you're immediately hooked on either this person that you saw online or the venue or both, and then you're wondering if it's in your budget. You go to find some pricing and you can't find anything. So what does that do to your enthusiasm level, or even maybe that F word, right? What's the F word in sales and marketing?
Frustrated?
A friction.
Friction. Yeah. 2 F words. There's 3, but
it's 3. Yeah.
You're adding more friction to the sales process because it's frustrating for the user. They're going to just ditch it and be like, I just need to it's all about like where we are. I like to relate it to like Amazon, right? It's, I need a new peeler. This is what happened to me this weekend. I need a new peeler. Oh, I can order and it'll be here this afternoon. It's like Amazon has ruined me because I can get something right away So if I go to a website and I can't find the information I'm looking for, I'm going to bounce and go to another place that's going to give me what I'm looking for. So you want to reduce the friction, reduce the frustration, and ultimately the other F word, so that you can be the first choice.
I don't even think about the Amazon effect. Maybe that's whittled down our level of patience for purchasing things.
It has. It's true.
Right?
I literally go down the road, and I've been trying to be better about it. I can literally go down the road, but no, I could just order it from my phone and then get it this afternoon. And, oh my gosh, I need to stop doing this. But it has. The Amazon effect is really, it's trickled into all other industries because, on a personal level, we're used to, think about Netflix. You used to have to go to Blockbuster, rent a movie at Blockbuster, but now you go to Netflix and you just push a button, it's right there. So technology has changed us, and as soon as hospitality catches up to that they're going to reap the rewards from it.
Absolutely. Through my research this weekend, I was telling you that I've been going really down the rabbit hole on how this is going to affect sales in hospitality. And this is not my opinion. This is what I got back from AI, the research that I did. They said within 6 months, some hotels could be reduced by as much as 40% of RFPs because of this trend. In an article, in fact, this is a great way to wrap this up. By the time this thing posts, we will be sharing some of those insights and some of those tips that hotel sellers can see and maybe make some sense of it when they do see a flow beginning to really ease up and give them those signals like, hey, maybe we ought to take a look at some things differently. So before we break here, where could people go to find some additional information, maybe some tools? And then thirdly, that third step, if hotel sales teams really need to get on top of this, they want answers, and they need some help.
Yeah, so we have 3 solutions right now for trust signals. We are building out our library, but for now, by the time this posts, we're gonna have an article about how to build your trust signals. So with actionable tips that you can do on your own. We are also building out our tool library where we're going to give you the things that you need to make it happen. So give you the prompts for ChatGPT. We have checklists and other items that will help with that as well. And then third, if you need hands-on help, then you can book a call.
With who?
With Cory Falter.
Yes, I love doing that, by the way. So if anybody has any questions or needs some guidance, again, there's no hard sell here at Lure Agency. It's all about helping, educate, inspiring, and hopefully leading people in the right direction. And maybe to look at things a little bit differently outside of what's going on out of the hotel sales realm, because it is happening fast and furious. Can't change it. And our buyers are going to be doing things differently, which is the big change, right?
That's right. Got to stay up.
Indeed, we do. So thank you so much, Susan, for your insights and great share on this very valuable and timely conversation. We're going to keep this going, and we'll pick up the conversation again soon. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Take care.